Don't go out. Go all out.
The Highlander. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Terrence J, and welcome to the Black Market. I am so excited to be here. Time and time again, we see that incredible Black artists are denied their space on the business side of being a Black designer. So what we're doing is we're flipping that. We're changing it and we're throwing it on its head. Incredible Black designers need their proper love and respect, and that's what the Black Market is here for. So every single show, we're going to be highlighting some incredible, innovative, tremendously talented Black designers and giving them this digital space to promote and get the word out there and sell their products and show them that love. So today, we have three tremendously talented designers that we're going to talk to. Let's take a look. Right now, I got to chop it up with my man Tahir. Listen, man, you got a brand that's been blowing up. Tell me all about it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, my name is Tahir Murray, aka Mr. Legacy. I'm a senior marketing major at Howard University right now. CEO and founder of Legacy History Pride. It's a collegiate lifestyle brand where I design and develop apparel that embodies everything HBCU and Black excellence. Trying to use my platform to change just the landscape of HBCU culture through the lens of what I love, which is fashion.
I don't have a package from you yet. And you know, I went to an HBCU. I went to A&T. I know you went to Howard, but can you send an Aggie a package, man? What's going on?
No, got to. I gotta hook you up ASAP. I gotta hook you up ASAP with the latest Aggie gear. So we gotta get that
Because
going soon.
celebrities have already been wearing your stuff. Tell me some of the celebs that have already been featured in your gear.
Man, lately, during the NBA playoffs, Chris Paul, he was rocking the gear in the bubble. It was cool to just say LHP was in the bubble in Orlando, but he definitely showed out with some Spellhouse gear and some Howard gear I have. Ta-Nehisi Coates, Cam Newton's always supporting. Chad Ochocinco, he loves the FAMU gear. He's a big Rattler fan. So a lot of celebrities been reaching out and just showing love and been able to just represent HBCUs through fashion. So it's been cool to just network with these guys and all these different people just showing love to the culture right now.
It's crazy because so many people have the idea to start a clothing company. How do you take it from an idea to something that's tangible, something that's real, something that people can touch and feel?
I think with everything that I've done and everything that my family has done, because I'm a third generation entrepreneur in the family. My
Mm.
grandfather, he acquired the first, him and my dad acquired the first Black owned Nike account in the United States. My dad used to have a collegiate lifestyle brand. And they just told me that I just learned a lot at a young age from them, just about having patience and just really just using your purpose and being prideful in who you are and where you come from and putting that into your work, so all the pieces that we make are just detailed to that embody the richness, uniqueness synonymous to who we are. So those are some of the things that my grandfather and my dad have always taught me with anything that I wanted to do in life, but especially in this fashion game. Those have been some important tools that they have given me.
I love that. I love that the family has helped you along your journey. That's why it's so important for us as Black people to continue to progress and to continue to give back and support each other. We gotta support each other so that we can get to the
Exactly.
level that you trying to blow up on. Now, speaking of Nike,
Yes,
you were in
sir.
the Nike Yard Runner campaign, right? Tell me about that.
Yeah. So I've been in contact with Nike for a few years, just trying to figure out what way we could just shine a light on HBCUs. And then they probably hit me like a month ago and was like, it's time. So was able to work with them on a campaign that just celebrated just who we are as a culture. I got the opportunity to share my story through the Nike app and their social media page. And my boy hit me one day. He was like, "Yo, you're on the front cover of the Nike website," and I had no idea. Woke up and saw that, and I was like, it was literally a full circle moment for me. Just thinking about how like 2 decades ago and some change, my grandfather got the first Black-owned Nike account, and now his grandson's doing a whole Nike campaign. So it's definitely like just a blessing just to use that Nike platform, one of the biggest, most recognizable brands in the world, to just showcase like who I am and who my family story is, but also sharing the stories of the HBCU community.
I love that, man. I love that. When I saw Chris Paul
Yeah,
rocking it, man, I had to find out what it was. So I'm happy that we're able to sit and talk right now. All right, so what's
appreciate
next for
it.
you? Are you looking
Definitely.
for more investors? You doing it all on your own? What's next for the business?
Right now looking to do different collaborations. Like it's cool to say my first major collaboration was with Nike. So now it's literally like what's next? I'm ready to get after it. A lot of people are shining light and paying homage to HBCUs and the excellence that's rooted in in these black colleges. So this is just the time to continue literally the legacy, history, pride of the culture and showing love to the the diverse student bodies and just
Yeah.
everything that embodies HBCUs underneath that umbrella is so important to just share these stories that are constantly swept underneath the rug. So this is just the beginning. So looking to do more collaborations in 2021 and just continuing the growth of the brand for sure.
All right, well, make sure you keep my line at the top of your list, man. I need some
No,
Aggie gear,
absolutely.
and
We're
I
gonna
can't
get
wait
you
to
right.
I can't wait to see how you grow in business, man. Congratulations and best of luck. You definitely doing your thing for real, fam.
Thank you.
HBCU made by Legacy History Pride. This collection's purpose is to celebrate and honor the legacy and stories of our historically black colleges and universities. Our HBCU made hoodie is the first piece of the collection. From the chenille on the chest, the Black Power fist, and the LHP patch on the sleeves, we wanted to design a very detail-oriented piece that is synonymous to the rich legacy, history, and pride of our black colleges.
First, I have to shout out the HBCU Community One for believing in me and believing in the product. Big shout out to Chris Paul, who wore gear during the NBA playoffs this year. Ta-Nehisi Coates has been a huge support. Recently did a Nike campaign surrounded by, that was all about, shining a light to HBCU culture. So all of these different things have tailored the experience and been able to help my brand break through so many different barriers that HBCU culture has never been in before.
Don't go out, go all out.
The Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
My name is Bartholomew. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Very important to enjoy what you do. I work literally 24 hours a day. Like I wake up thinking about the design I dreamt, and I create all the time. And it's not because I feel stressed to create, it's because I enjoy it. Like I like creating, like I like doing this, and that's why I'm good at it, and that's why I'm ambitious at it. If you was in a cubicle and that's not what you wanted to do, you wouldn't enjoy that. You wouldn't work as hard as it. And I think you work hard at what you enjoy. So find something you enjoy. What drives me? Mostly myself. I remember when I first started, I had no one there. I was asking for help from everybody and no one was helping me. I was just feeling like drained and like I'm stuck alone. And then I realized that was the best thing for me. Like I was in my own bubble. I could create, I can do whatever I wanted to do. And once I got my first initial sales and got the ball rolling and was able to fund it, it was on. I didn't need anyone else. And I think that was the biggest motivator for me, to accomplish things alone. Ask for the help, not get it, and then still get it done. But keep designing, keep creating, keep being transcending and innovative, and people will take notice. My mom was probably the most influential, because to see her go from, you know, a secretary to a VP in investment banking was probably the best thing for me as a kid, you know, like just to see that growth and to know that anybody can do whatever they wanted to do and just like get it done and put in the work and things will happen. A lot of people don't have that ambition, and I think I got that from her. The biggest thing an established brand can do for an up-and-coming or young black designer is to find them. You know, it's like do the research, go out there and find people like myself who are good at what they do, who can create, who can draw patterns and not just screen print, you know, and give us opportunities to scale. But, you know, y'all are paying for it. Help me scale, help me grow, and help the masses see my creations. Best piece of advice for up-and-coming designers is to stay true to yourself. You're gonna want help, you're gonna need help, but you know, sometimes people will help you and a lot of times people won't, and you gotta stay true to yourself, stay goal-orientated, stay motivated, and just create, and people will come to you. Like your creations will bring them to you.
My man David Weeks hanging out with me right now. He has a brand that's red hot and on fire in these streets. Tell him all about it, David.
I appreciate that. No, I really appreciate that, man. It's just a bunch of work we've been putting in. Ain't nothing better than getting your idea into the world, like taking it out of your brain and putting it in the world. So that's all it is.
Now, you've been featured in a lot of different capacities and helped out a lot of different brands. Tell me about your brand.
Yeah, definitely helped out a lot of brands previous to, eventually started my own. I started Embellish NYC, a denim company in 2012. And, it's a pretty popular denim company. I had that. Then I moved on and started another company called Reves Paris. And that's currently what I'm actually going to be presenting later and showing you guys a little snippet of.
And that's your baby. So tell me the inspiration behind the brand.
Yeah, it is. Man, so Reves means dreams, right? In French. And I'm terrible at French. So I was in Paris. I stayed in Paris for like 2 months. And then a good friend of mine had a song called Don't Let Them Get in the Way of Your Dreams. And I just kept playing it, playing it, playing it. And I was like, I got the name. This is it.
That's it right there. And
Yeah,
now,
that
you're
was it from
in,
there.
in Hong Kong and won a huge competition. Tell me about that.
Yeah, the Style Award. So I was in Hong Kong having an art show for art Hong Kong Art Basel because I do art as well, and they invited me to the Style Award. I'm like, what? I mean, I'm shaped like a football player. I dress decent and pretty good, but I'm like, I can't get too much stuff off that, slimmer dudes can. But I make it work. But I won the Style Award, and it was pretty cool, man. I was definitely thankful for that.
How does a guy from Queens get to Hong Kong winning the Style Award? So, I mean, you got to be living your
Oh
dream right now.
man, living the dream, man. Like I tell people all the time, I'm thankful for literally just waking up in the morning. But to do all the stuff I do is just the extras, man. Like, and I really appreciate it, and I'm so thankful for the platforms like this that reach out to me and like let me tell other people, like, yo, this is possible. Just in case you didn't know, this is actually possible
And
from
your
Queens, New
T-shirt that
York.
you're wearing right now is one of yours.
Nah, this is a Biggie joint, actually, a vintage Biggie joint. But
Well, look, your
I got on
hat.
my, I
What
got
do
on my.
you, show
Nah,
me
this is
something
my
that's
homie's
yours.
hat.
So you're
Show
not
you
even
something.
wearing your stuff. Let me
Today's
see what's
sample.
yours right now.
Well, today's sample day actually, so a bunch of fire came in, but these are mine.
Whoa,
Yeah, the pop-up
crazy.
shop in LA is on the 20th, and I will shut down the city once again. I expect to have around 2,000 people waiting in line, and it's
Well,
on the 20th.
well,
So,
first of all, I need a size 10 and a half
oh yeah, yeah, I
nailed over.
got you.
I need that's the okay. I
Hey
need that
man,
first of all right. Now, second of all,
listen,
now
pull up, brother. I got you.
I I got you. I got you. Now, your stuff sells out in minutes. How did you develop such a cult following?
Really, it's just the consistency, as I was telling you before, man. Like, yo, I remember not selling one item, and just like if you keep pushing at a door, eventually it will break down, and that's what it was. This wasn't an overnight success, though it may look like it to some people. It wasn't. I've been in the game for 12 years, and I'm only 28. Like 12 real years. Also, like
Yeah.
selling actively, 12 years.
If you hang around in the barbershop long enough, you're gonna get a cut. So you gotta
Right,
just keep
exactly.
on. You gotta stay with it, chip at it every single day. What's kept you motivated throughout the successes and failures of going after it for 12 years straight?
Yeah, man. So one thing I gotta say, there's a lot of successes and failures. Like people think this is success, like just a ascending line going straight up. It's
Yeah,
not. This is success. Woo, woo. It's a roller coaster and it's insane.
yeah.
But what really kept me like going is just my family support. Like my mom, like what I do makes her so happy. Like she stay like, give me one of them sweaters, give me one of them hoodies. Like I love that, and I love that I can support her financially and be there with her and my and my whole family as well. 9 brothers and sisters. I'm the youngest, so just to
Mm,
be able to, the support that I have from my family is amazing. Like, so it's
yeah.
pretty cool.
That's the. You gotta stop holding that sneaker up because every time I
Oh
see it,
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
man,
Oh
I need
wait,
a
wait.
pair. I
You.
need. What else you got
Yeah.
over there? I know you.
See,
Woo!
hold on. I ain't
With the
flexible, but
Carolina
these
colorway. Ah,
Georgetown.
man. I love
Yeah,
how the
yeah.
sole. I love the off
Vintage.
yellow on the
Yeah.
sole too. So
Yeah,
fire,
I'm
bro.
really into vintage. I'm really into vintage, man. And I have some amazing stuff coming and some amazing collaborations coming with this as well, man. So I really, really, hope I'm gonna get you one of them. I hope you guys get to see everything that I'm doing.
Say less, man. Buy this shit quick. I
Yeah,
know the moment it gets on that site, it's gonna be out in seconds.
that
But
is the
right now, tell
slogan.
us what we're about to see with this presentation.
All right, man. So, yeah, you done seen some of it. This was the preliminary sample for my Los Angeles version, but it says LA at the back now as LA in Old English. And we have the pop-up shop, and I'm just going to be showing some detail of the turnout of it because when this airs, you will see it, and it will be a lot of people. And hopefully, the people who want it can get it, but there will be a lot of people there. I suggest you go as well. And I have a 15-foot version of this that's going to be in the sky, also on the corner of Melrose and Fairfax. So
Yeah.
yeah, just come and check it
Are
out,
you
man.
you LA based or New York based?
I'm between both actually. I'm always
Okay.
in New York, LA every week for like the last 7 years probably. And this is the
Got it. Real.
box. Get familiar
Oh
with it.
man, come
Yeah,
on,
real vintage
come on.
style too. It looks like it's like
I,
a box from like '94.
listen, I
Yeah,
love
man.
it. I love your swag. I love your style. You are destined to do
Yeah,
incredible things. And right now,
definitely
let's take a look.
appreciate that, man.
Let's take a look at your presentation right now.
What drives me is being creative every day and being there to be able to support my family, to do what I love, and to really just be able to fulfill my dreams in the way that I want to. When I was in school, I decided that I wanted to be a boss and I wanted to have my own brand. My confidence came in believing that my talents were all that I needed to push forward. I had a dream, I had a vision, no capital and no experience, and we made it happen. The one thing that's always been true to my brand is that we try to stay current with all of the trends that are going on. We try to also find a way to make ourselves stand out by being unique, by being dedicated to the label that we have, and by being inclusive in terms of designing a collection that is catering to different body types, different ages, different women, and of course, different ethnicities. I think the most important thing about being a designer is being that I love what I do every day. I can come to work and be here from the morning to the end of the night because I really do enjoy my job. I get to work with incredible people and make women feel really good about themselves. I think the most important thing about any career is really truly loving what you do. The craftsmanship that is incorporated with my products are always on one key factor. We are originals in everything that we do. We create our patterns, we create our artwork, we make sure that all the details are meticulously made. When we do our carnival costumes, we ensure that all the little beautiful gems are placed just perfectly so that you have a costume that is unique, a product that feels good, and something that lasts for a very long time. If I could give one piece of advice to an upcoming designer, I would say to believe in yourself. And even when things don't go your way and you get a no, find another way. Like, keep pushing, keep learning, keep putting yourself out there and engaging with other people, but always believe in yourself. And when things are not right, that's fine. Let that pass, push through, and do what you're good at.
Gab, we go from New Year's to the big, big leagues. I'm ready to talk about your brand. Tell everybody about it, baby.
Well, it's called Gabriel Salcedo. It's American luxury, ready to wear. A lot of menswear. I did a couple women pieces here and there, but it's mostly menswear for the most part.
And you have a very luxurious lifestyle brand. What inspired you with your clothing?
Um, Even though it is luxurious, I like to design pieces that I feel like we all need. I don't like to create trendy things. So I like to create pieces that'll stay in your closet for a long period of time. When I was a kid, my uncle had this leather jacket in his closet for 20 years. And like when he showed me for the first time, he showed me this piece like it was his pride and joy. So my whole thing was, all right, cool. How can I bring this feel every time I design something? So every time I create, I take that approach because at the end of the day, people don't want to spend their money and then not it stay in their closet for that amount of time.
Exactly, exactly. And you got the Afro Latino kind of vibe going on as well. How does your culture, your roots inspire you?
I think it's in everything that I do, especially like growing up in New York and New Jersey in the 80s and 90s. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it was just like a thing that you couldn't escape. So like when I design, you can see it like I have a Crest logo. It has a heavy Dominican influence, even down to a couple of silhouettes that you can see it has like that New York '90s feel to it.
Man, no, and see, these young cats don't understand what New York was like in the '90s. You know, I was born in '82, grew up in New York in the '90s. There's just something about the texture and the culture of the city that kind of bled into everything. I know that I did. How did the city and growing up? How did all that bleed into your work?
Man, the '80s was like, it was MTV era. So it
Yep.
was a lot of like heavy metal. Like we'll go from like I grew up in Washington Heights, so my mom would take me to Macy's on 34th Street. So like I would see these people dressed like the people on MTV. So like I'm heavy into like leather biker jackets. And like to me, growing up, that was like the superhero cave. And like I would see these people like walking around like downtown, and I would leave my mom and try to chill with them like in the alleys. My mom thought it was crazy, but it was just like, you know, it was a time, like even the 90s, when like Wu-Tang and Nas and Jay and Mace and all those guys were like, you know, fashion guides at that
One,
moment. It's
one.
just like none of that ever leaves me.
I mean, when Nas dropped the Willie Esco, and when
Yes.
Big was wearing the cool, I mean, it's just that inspired me so much, just with everything I was doing with my life, and that's what I feel like your brand is doing for the younger generation that's out there. So, how did you
Thank you.
transition from having your vision to putting it, you know, into onto people's backs? Like, how did you transition?
Man, it's just a lot of hard work and dedication and never giving up. Like people would tell me, yo, you're crazy. It's never going to happen. Like people don't even know I used to be a barber for 10 years. And like while I
Wow.
was cutting hair, the minute I was out of the barber shop, I was straight to designing. Like all of my money went into that. So again, people was just like, yo, it's never going to happen. And now it's just like one of those things, and I'm completely, incredibly blessed.
There's nothing better than when it goes from it's never going to happen to, yo, can I get a hookup on some pieces? That's got to be the
Yes,
best feeling. That's the best
yes, that
feeling.
is. There's this guy at the barber shop. He was like, no other man wants to wear your name across their chest. He definitely asked me for a pair of sneakers a couple of weeks
And
ago.
and now you got Odell Beckham Jr. wearing it.
Yes,
How does it feel when
man,
you see
it's a
celebrities?
beautiful thing.
Quite a few celebrities have been wearing your shit. How does that feel?
It's very surreal, but I know this is what I came here for. So I feel like I manifested, but at the same time, there's a lot of times where it hasn't clicked yet because it's becoming very normal to me. But then I have like a friend like tap me like, "Yo, do you understand what's going on right now?" And then like it clicks like, "Oh wow, like you know that's not normal, you know, for a Dominican kid."
Yeah. Dominican. I just, yeah, listen, you taking me back
Yes.
to New York with your whole swag right now. All right, so look, introduce that presentation. Let's see what we have more in store for.
So it's a look back to Paris Fashion Week. I turned a barber shop into a store for the day and released a small capsule collection. Enjoy.
I love it. Full circle moment. Let's go. Yeah, yeah. And that is a wrap for today's show, man. I didn't know some of those designers, but I'm so excited to get to know them, and I can't wait to support them. So listen, man, if you want to buy their stuff, we have a discount code for you. You get 10% off. All you got to do is use Toyota as your discount code, and you'll get 10% off. Please, please, please support those black designers and give them that love. All right, y'all, we're going to be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, man, this is the Black Market. It's all about giving love to our black creators. We got to support them. So I'll see y'all back here tomorrow.
person in my life that has fueled my dreams is my mother. She started me from a very young age into fashion, from playing with paper dolls, getting involved in fashion shows, and actually helping me to build my current brand, Shift Style House. I think being a full-time entrepreneur, it's very hard. You don't know what the next steps are. You can't see the top of the mountain. So having faith and being strong in that faith really drives me. My brand has been able to break through really by being different and listening to my customers. So I really pay attention to what my audience tells me, what they're looking for, and trying to fill the gap in that space. I would say the biggest misconception about Black-owned fashion brands is that because we are smaller brands, that our prices have to be less than competitive than those that are bigger in the industry. I think roles that established brands can play to help Black designers reach their goal is, one, providing grant opportunities that helps them fund these dreams. Let's provide floor space that lets other customers and those outside of our normal target audience see our product and able to shop it in store.